So many people try to sell 3D prints on Etsy but never make it anywhere, and there's a few reasons for that I'm going to outline in this video. But yeah, overall in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make sales on Etsy while selling 3D prints. So one of the key things is people are listing up products that don't have any demand, they don't have any searches for them. So one of the key ways that you can actually find kind of keywords and search terms that have sales or have volume is to go to makerworld.com and then go over to your icon here and go to Creator Center. Next you want to hit inspiration and then go to popular searches, and it's going to pretty much give you popular searches within the last 7 days and just a whole bunch of different terms. And it also gives you the rough kind of like ratio of demand. So fidget's the most popular kind of search item, Pokemon, phone holder, phone stand, dragon. So you have a bunch of different terms here, and in this video I've basically picked out a term. So I'm going to go with phone holder / phone stand, very similar things. And I've got a series of listings that I've kind of gone through, and what I did is basically go to phone stand, for example, and let that load, and then you just want to sort by boosts, because that basically means these are like the most popular things that people actually enjoyed and went and actually gave some love to the creator, right? So these are the kind of things that you want to be selling. First you've got the thing that's in demand, which is the phone stand based on the the popular searches, and then you're looking at actual models that are the most popular within that popular category. So you can kind of go through these and see what kind of ones you can make similar, or some of these creators might actually have Patreons, they allow you to sell some of their models. You can reach out to them. Yeah, you got this join here for the membership. I think they recently on MakerWorld released like an inbuilt kind of membership to be able to sell designs, right? So permission to use physical prints of one of my models on MakerWorld for commercial purposes, and it's only $3 a month per model. So that's a very good way to do it. You got a model that's popular, you got a popular category that people are actually searching for. So this is a pretty good idea. So I've got basically 5 different phone holder listings that I got down that have a high number of boosts. But yeah, you can kind of just go through, see what you like. These ones look pretty cool to me. A lot of the features you want to look for, some of these are minimalist, so it's very simple. Some are foldable like this. Got this cool little GIF here. So that's a very cool one right here, right? It doesn't look like they have any Patreon right now, but you could definitely research the designer and kind of see, just hit the name, send the message over just using this. So once you've kind of figured out, popular kind of category, you look for popular designs, list down the features of what makes these popular in the first place. And that's obviously going to translate to what people actually want in terms of sales. So let's go directly into Etsy now. So I've pretty much brought up 9 different Etsy listings of popular and like recent activity kind of products on Etsy. So this is one of them. It's a phone holder for a Fanatic base. So I'm not too sure what a Fanatic is, but we can quickly look it up. Okay, so realistic racing hardware. That's pretty cool. So you can look up the little video that I have listed. Okay, so inserts into here. You can tighten up the screws, hold it in place, put your phone down. Very cool. So yeah, you can see this has 20, it's currently in 20 baskets. You can see some of these sales stats, 12 monthly sales, 800 sales altogether. So if we were to do a quick calculation, say 2645 times 834, that's 22,000 altogether, and that's in pounds. So times it by about 1.3 to get dollars. You're looking at about $29,000 for this listing over 29 months. So that's just around about $1,000 per month revenue, for this item. And the actual material used isn't that much. Most of the kind of money, I guess, is in the design and getting the right design and stuff. the amount of plastic is not very much, but the way it's designed and the function that it has, it's very useful for this function. So that's where most of the price is coming in. So you're using a low amount of plastic, just got a couple of accessories you can buy pretty cheap off like AliExpress or Amazon if you wanted to. You know, put that all together, it's probably costing you about, you know, £1 in material. Shipping is going to be pretty easy because it's a low amount of like material, it's not too big and bulky. So something like this, you can get a lot of kind of revenue. It's not gonna be too expensive to fulfill, and you're getting a really, really good price. So second listing, this one's pretty cool. So it's dentist kind of themed, and yeah, it's a jawbone, anatomical. So you can probably find similar kind of skull pieces on Thingiverse, for example, that might be, you know, copyright free, and just kind of split the model, kind of make some adjustments to it if you have some design skills, and make something like that. You could probably just import it into into Bambu Lab or a slicer, and then just kind of slice pieces off and try to get into the right shape. But then obviously you got the phone holder part where it holds the phone. It looks like it just holds it where the teeth are, so it has this little insert. But yeah, you can see it's in 20 baskets, 16 sales, but it's probably more than that. We can, okay, yeah, the shop has 36 sales. So what we can actually do is go into some of the shops. Sometimes they have this option available where you can actually look at the sales. So we can actually count up like how many sales there are. You see how popular it is. And you can see the other items that they're selling as well. You know, this is more of a pen holder, business card, they say. So you can get different ideas based on this, but yeah, mainly we're looking at the phone holder category. So let's look at the third listing. This one's a lot more minimalistic, simple design, just a guy, stick man. But yeah, it's pretty cheap. You're only selling it for £4. Obviously it doesn't use that much material, but they could probably get a higher price, I'm guessing. That's quite cheap for a phone holder. A nice color range as well, and works simply, which is pretty cool. You know, you probably get like multiple kind of sales, people buying like more than one maybe. So this store has 9.9k sales, which is really good. High ratings. You can quickly click into the store. So they don't have the option to look at the individual sales. But yeah, that's a pretty cool idea. You can get something like an animal that has a similar kind of design, maybe a cat, you know, one of those popular animals and stuff like that. But yeah, that's another cool design for a phone holder. And obviously we verified that phone holders are popular in terms of searches, and then we're looking at actual ones that have recent activity. So it's in 18 baskets right now, and it's making sales. So here's another one, minimalist. It's in 17 baskets, 102 total sales. It's only listed 6 months ago as well, so that's another cool metric that you want to look into. See like how long it's been listed for. This one back here is only 2 months old. This is about a couple years, and this is only 6 months. So next up we have this cat phone holder. This is in 9 baskets, so you see it's getting recent activity. And another thing, you can actually go into the reviews and look at most recent, and then kind of just see the comments. And also sometimes they have pictures that they share, so that's another thing you can look into. But yeah, in terms of the sales numbers, so it's looking at, it's selling for £7, 72 total sales. So that's in pounds, converting to dollars times 1.3, and that's about $655 total revenue. So, you know, it's not the greatest, but it's making some money. Divided by 18 months, and that's about $36 per month. So that's cool for, you know, just a fresh listing, make a little bit of change. So obviously you can try to get more sales, but you know, that's how it works sometimes. Here we have, this is just a digital download. It's in 9 baskets, but yeah, I'm not too sure if it's commercial, if you're allowed to do that. So no physical items. Okay, you agree not to sell or redistribute. So this is personal use only. But in terms of the design, Looks like pretty cool. It looks like it's an adjustable, yeah, different angles. So that's a feature that you can look into. Maybe there's another design out there that has commercial, license or is copyright free. But basically, you're looking at the different core features. Like, there might be a phone holder with high sales that has a certain feature, so you might want to start using that feature that they have. Here we have another phone holder. So it's a keyring version. It's currently in 7 baskets. Very cheap price, only £1.39, which is a bit too cheap, but it's understandable. It's a low amount of plastic, but I think you could get like a high price for that. So this store only has 193 sales, 10 reviews. It's got a couple pictures of it. So it looks like they bought a big amount. So that's the cool thing about something like this. You can get a high amount of sales. Might be like some kind of giveaway, Christmas gifts. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So you can still make some good sales even if you have like a cheaper price. And because it's so small, it's very cheap to ship, easy to make. So it's a pretty good one. The 8th one here is another similar kind of keyring phone holder, and as you can see, higher priced. It's in 6 baskets and it's got over 800 sales. Listing age is about 50 months, is about 4 years, and it's making some pretty good sales. Looks like it prints in place. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Got a range of colors. So these are some pretty cool ideas for phone holders. And then last up we have this articulating model. This one's also a digital download, but you can see it's real popular, so you could actually just go and make some of these physically. Did it say it has a commercial license there? Yeah, commercial license included. So yeah, it's pretty cool. In the description. Okay, commercial use of this STL file is permitted. So once you buy the file, they're saying that you have access to sell this as an actual physical 3D print. So yeah, this is pretty good. Obviously it's a very cheap price. You're not paying too much for it. You get the file, and then you can start to download, 3D print these, and then create a listing out of this. So yeah, it's just a flexible articulating model. Obviously you want to do some testing, see how it works, but yeah, it looks pretty good from what I can see. You can look at obviously the reviews, see if there's reviews on that. Okay, excellent design for a little small phones with thick protectors, but can be printed large. Prints great, lovely file. iPhone 15, pretty heavy, but holds it up. So good reviews. Got a picture there. So yeah, you could definitely go ahead and buy this and then create a listing. Make sure your pictures are all good. But yeah. So that's a pretty good strategy if you want to start making sales on Etsy. Make sure you're getting something that's actually in demand, and then look what's already selling and basically try to make your own version of that. You've got the Maker World files as well, articulating. Obviously that's quite a bit of assembly, so for phone holders you don't want too much assembly because you're not selling for that high of a price, because it only has so much function. Something like this would be a lot better. It's a lot more minimalist, prints in one piece, no assembly needed. And yeah, so hopefully you found this helpful. Definitely comment below, if you have any kind of ideas that you want me to go through, if you want me to go for any kind of category listing, and kind of put together some ideas for things to sell. Alright, peace out guys.